Welcome, one and all, to this week's episode of The Síle Show. I proffer that every life is shaped by the stories we inherit, the stories we resist, and the stories we choose to work through until we're finally free to tell ourselves a different story. My own backstory has taught me that identity isn't something we simply discover, it's something we continuously negotiate through our biology, our relationships, our culture, our losses, our hopes, and the choices we make when life asks us to begin again. Today's conversation invites us into the unfolding of one such story. What does it mean to leave one's country and build a home in another? How do we hold on to where we've come from while allowing ourselves to become someone new? What happens when the roles society assigns us, like mother, immigrant, professional, woman, are no longer enough to contain who we're becoming? Well, our guest today has navigated, often wrestled with, those questions in full view and at times under public scrutiny. She has represented Ireland on international stages, championed Irish creativity around the world, embraced sustainability in fashion long before it became fashionable to do so, and she trained as a pilot. She's also, might I add, raising 3 children and continues to reinvent herself through every chapter of her life. Yet, beneath the visible achievements lies something far more compelling. A story, indeed, about resilience, belonging, identity, and courage, and the quiet determination to keep expanding the boundaries of what feels possible. This isn't going to be a conversation about perfection, nor will it be about a carefully curated highlight reel. It's going to be about the psychology of reinvention, about the emotional cost of growth, about what happens when criticism becomes fuel rather than a full stop. It's going to be about motherhood without self-abandonment, about discovering that dreams don't necessarily have an expiry date, only different seasons in which they ask to be lived. Perhaps the most enduring measure of success isn't how the world applauds us. Perhaps it's our own capacity to remain connected to ourselves while continuing to evolve, to hold complexity without losing hope, to honour where we've come from without allowing it to limit where we're going. Who have I? Well, joining me to discuss all of this and much, much more, Maksuda Akhter, the heartiest of Síle Show welcomes to lovely you.
Thank you so much, Sheila, for inviting me. It is an honor for me to be here in front of you.
Well, it's an absolute honour for us to have you. We've been so excited to chat with you. Maksuda, can I ask you to take us back to introduce us to young Maksuda and the journey from Bangladesh to Ireland, how it was for you and how much Ireland means to you now?
It's a long story, but I'll try to keep it short. When I was 8, my dad died, and my mom passed a very difficult time as a widow. Back in that time, still now in society, widowed women is a really difficult time for them, and I was kidnapped in Bangladesh, and then my mom, the local gangster, they wanted to extort money from her because they know that she doesn't have anyone to support her. She's alone, and so my mom thought, like, okay, I have to save my daughter, and she sent me away for study. A lot of people think that she just sent me over abroad for like, just, a lot of people come in different paths, but I came here for study. And of course my mom I tell you one how do I say, why my mom chose Ireland. My dad actually did a PhD in Trinity College in 60s. So that time, my dad probably used to tell a lot of stories about Ireland. That's how my mom came to know about Ireland.
Amazing. What was his PhD?
He did in economy, I think, because I was so young. I wouldn't know a lot of stories. Whatever I know about him, I heard from my mom, and my mom couldn't write, read, or I mean, not. Literally she couldn't do reading or writing, but she is very future focused person. For me, she was most modern women, because she could see future. She could see where my daughter will be safe and where my daughter could build her future. So anyway, so back in your question, and then I was sent to Ireland for study, and since then I'm here.
And you're loving it.
And I fall in love with this country, and this country gave me the opportunity to rebuild my life, to study, to grow, to build my family here. So I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that Ireland has welcomed me with its warm heart.
Yeah, well, we are so delighted to have you. It is our honour. And you represent Ireland on international stages.
That's actually a huge honor for me. I mean, whenever I go anywhere, and when I can say that, yes, I'm from Ireland and this is from Ireland, and wherever I can say that I'm representing Ireland, it's mean a lot to me. It's mean like I bring a little bit to this land, whatever it gives me to rebuild my life. This is my time to give something back.
Oh, I love it. And you wear the clothing of Irish designers and Irish milliners?
Always. I love to wear Irish designers. I love to promote Irish designers, because Ireland has so many talented, so many creative designers that they need international recognition. They deserve it, and I want to utilize every single place whenever I go. I don't go for the big brand or stuff like that. I love to promote Irish designers, small business who are striving to build their career, build their business.
Yes, I've seen that, and you do it so beautifully. I had the great pleasure of meeting you at Galway Races a few years ago, and last year, in fact, as well.
Year, yeah.
And you were wearing Irish designers, and with such pride and such joy, and you drew so much attention to the items that you were wearing.
Yeah, I mean, that piece was made by Fiona Rafter. She did it actually within one day notice, and because I most of the time the races or Ladies' Day I do last minute, because I don't know how my day or work wise I'll gonna be, and she is incredibly kind to me. I mean, I just texted her, I called her that, Fiona, I'm going to Galway Races day after tomorrow. Would you be able to make it? What's the dress? This is the dress. And then she would make it in one night. Probably she didn't sleep whole night making my piece, but I'm incredibly grateful to her.
Yeah, but it's a two-way street. It's wonderful for her to have her beautiful pieces showhouse like that. I mean, you're just amazing, and you draw so much attention. The camera loves you.
I agree with you. Yeah, yes. Camera loves me, and I love camera too. Camera can see your authenticity with you through the lenses, through your eyes.
Yes.
So I always carry myself with authenticity. I believe that, and that's where probably. Is reciprocate, like camera see me and I love camera.
Indeed. Sympathetic resonance. It's very evident, and you have beautiful, with the authenticity, there's a lovely integrity, and it goes before you, for sure. So that's the quantum field that you're in, and you attract that lovely energy back. And when you're wearing these lovely pieces, you have sometimes worn maybe high street pieces with them, or would I be right in saying charity shop pieces sometimes with them?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. The first journey I started with charity 12 years ago. That's how my giving back to Ireland it started. Saint Vincent de Paul. I've been why I was how come I am involved with that. When I didn't want to talk about my relationship, but I'll do it a little bit. So when I became a single mother with two children, when they're 2 years old and 1 year old, and I became homeless. I didn't have any job, any money, or anything. Saint Vincent de Paul, they helped me to rebuild my life with two kids. They didn't ask me where I came from, what is my religion, what is my ethnicity, nothing. Just purely came and helped me. And from that moment, I decided to myself, I promised myself that whenever I get back to my faith, I'll give back to this charity. And that's how I started. So I started to wear their clothes. Not only that, our local Focus Ireland, Vision Ireland, our local, all the charities, I would pick their dresses and I would go high society events with those dresses. And to prove that you don't have to have a very big brand to present yourself. It can be anything. It can be any charity shop, or it's just yourself, and your personality shows you who you are, not the dress.
For sure, and highlighting the fabulous service that it is as well, with such panache and sartorial elegance. Definitely, I'm sure they were very grateful to you, but equally, again, that knowledge versus awareness piece, to know that they're good, to know they exist, but then to hear this lovely story with it will allow our listenership to realise with awareness that they're more than just the shop front, and they're more than just the clothing that's available at a cheaper price.
Yeah.
They're a service in service of the greater
for the
good.
community,
yes,
for the community,
for sure.
For the people who are really in need, for the people who really need support to find their ground. Yeah.
That's lovely. Thank you for sharing that with us. And I'm very sorry to hear that you went through that experience.
That makes me now the woman I'm today.
Yes.
And
resilience is very important to you, isn't it?
Yeah.
As a message that adversity fuels your resilience.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's that shapes your belief and your value and the whole perspective towards the life.
For sure, your identity. Your identity, the identity you choose, and how you respond to the environment that you're in serves your resilience or not.
Exactly. Excuse me.
Well, leading by this example is fabulous for anybody who's willing to shoehorn into this and take a message from it. I'm sure that they can see how very beautiful and relaxed in yourself you are and in your life that you are, albeit that you've been through that very rough period in your life. And so you mentioned your two children, but am I right in saying we've another lovely little baby now as well?
Yeah, yes. I have 20-month-old at home. Oh my God, she is such a bundle of joy. She brings all my energy at the moment. Oh, I love her.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
blessed.
How do you look so beautiful? And you have a 20-month-old baby at home. This seems like an impossibility.
Well, Sheila, it's easy to say that, no, I maintain this, I maintain that. No, I've been through a tough time after having the baby. I felt disconnection from my body. I felt I gone through postnatal depression, all of these things. But I knew that I have two kids and I have another baby. So I have to be a role model for them. That, okay, my mom is coming back after setbacks. My mom is showing up for her goals. I'm not sure that I will be success of every goal I set, but what is meant to me that if I stand up again, if I show up again after all the setbacks, that's mean a lot to me, and that's what I wanted to show my kids as well. No matter what life throws at you, you, no matter how many times you fall, you rise up and show up and keep going.
Amazing. That's such a powerful message. Thank you again for sharing so strong in your vulnerability, and you leaning into your vulnerability as a strength again, because when children see this happening, when they see it as a survival mechanism within their home, they can use it to thrive at a later stage when they're on their own. Monkey see, monkey do. What they see is usually stronger even for them than the words that we use.
Yeah.
So that's an amazing thing. So what did postnatal depression look like for you? This was after this little baby, was it?
Oh yeah. So it's suddenly like, I was working on some projects, then I became pregnant, then it stopped, and then your body changed, your whole system changed, then it's coping up or everything. Not enough. I don't have any family or friends around in Ireland. I don't have anyone to help me. That, okay, Maksuda, here you go. You sleep for a couple of hours. I mind the baby, or things like that, And so I have those tough situations, and mostly like to explain everyone that what I'm been going through. That's most hard part for me. That I had to explain to everyone that, okay, I need some help. Okay, I need to sleep. Okay, I need that break. So those things, apart from your physical changes, hormonal changes, on top of that, it's hard. But again, when you focus on something bigger picture, probably you go bit by bit. Maybe it's slower, but eventually you get there.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. That dialing out sometimes helps you to see things from a different perspective, climbing into your observing self, that 30,000 view of life that might feel so constricted when you're in it, but when you take that aerial view, you get some perspective. And I suppose you were looking forward again to the health and wellness of the children and their model of reality as they watched you. Would that have been your motivation?
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah. I know that they only have me. They don't have, my children doesn't have the uncle, aunties, grandpa, granddad, or family, anyone there. They only have me. So whatever they see, they learn. They're learning from me. I don't know how much they're learning, but I'm hoping that there's something is gonna stick in their head that, okay, my mom has gone through this, and she's doing everything by herself, and still she's keep going. Keep going. Yeah,
I know, with such joy in your heart as well. You're amazing. I commend you. I absolutely commend you. So what ages are your teenagers?
So they're 15 and 16 this year.
So that's a difficult time for them, and therefore a challenging time for you, to all intents and purposes. But I'm sure they're very good children.
Oh, they are. They support a lot. They have their school and activities and all this. And people think that, okay, you have two teenagers. Okay, you get a lot of help. They have their life now. They have their own friend circle and their activities. They help me a lot whenever they can. I'm so grateful for them that they understand me, my struggles. They understand that.
Yeah, it's full on with a young baby.
Yeah, it's full on, like non-stop. Like anything I plan, anything I do, I have to arrange something, then I can do things. So, I'm also depending on or relying on someone else, that if someone is going to mind, then I can do things. But sometimes, the work-wise, it doesn't, not all the plans work together. But again, that's how we become more stronger and stronger, and the adaptability mechanism grow in that way,
For sure, that agility is so important.
Yeah.
And yet you're so busy in all of your work. So what are your projects of the moment?
So I have started a couple of movies before I got pregnant. So because everything changed during my pregnancy and baby, so I had to pause it. So I had to we have to restart our production again. Those 2 movies I have started, and now at the moment, so I just finished. I had a competition last week, and I was focused for that competition for last 9 months. So now my head is a little bit free for that.
Would you tell us about that competition?
Of course, yeah. So I will start from the postnatal depression. So I want to look after myself mentally, not only physically, mentally as well. I wanted to focus on something that I actually would love to do it, rather than I focus on that, okay, I'm not feeling myself anymore, my body has changed, all this stuff. So I want to focus something constructive, which will gonna bring something to me, a little bit joy. So then I actually enter a competition here, and they opened recently that mother can also participate it, which is great. And that's how I started my journey. And then one of my habit is, whenever I do something, I give my full. I give my 100% whenever I can, and I start rehearsing my walk, then look after my body, mental health, and all this process I had to go through to grow, to prepare for the competition. And that's not like happens suddenly, Sheila. As you know, it's you have to be dedicated for that. You have to give dedicated time for that.
For sure.
So and prepare for it. So yeah, so that took my whole headspace for the competition.
Wellness is a practice, not a mandate. It's something that we need to show up to regularly and allow our body to settle into.
Exactly, yeah. And not only that, your food, your exercise, your daily activities, and most important part is how you're gonna show up on the stage.
Yes,
that's another thing. It doesn't just come on the stage. Your body needs to feel that this is your second nature.
Absolutely.
So the repetition, then body get used to it. Okay, this is you.
Yes, because you are genuinely showing up as you are, and you're presenting who you are in energy and in visibility and in optics. And so that will take you further through the competition. So can you tell us how you got on? Will you chat with us? This is Miss Universe Ireland we're talking about.
That's I had an amazing the other contestants were amazing. I had an amazing time with them, and the most fun part is we grow together, we plan together, all the girls, and the journey itself, that because of that I grew, I learned a lot of things. I challenged myself. I put myself in a position that I wouldn't think that I would do it in that kind of situation. So I grew for this competition. So as a mother, I wouldn't think that a lot of mother wouldn't think about that. I'm sure that now the mother will gonna think that, okay, no, next time I'll go and I will participate it. And this year, I actually participated last year, and then last year I thought, okay, I'll go again this year. So from last year to this year, the organization have a lot of mothers. This year, a lot of mothers participated in this competition, which is great, and that's what we wanted. That mother should not be in the bracket that mother can't do it. Mother can do it,
of course.
So that's the stigma we needed to break it, and we are breaking it.
Yeah, growth and expansion can happen for a woman as well as being a mum.
Yeah.
They don't have to exist separately. They can exist together.
Exactly.
We had the great pleasure of having Clara Gardner on our show. I think she might have been episode 5.
Claire Garvey?
Clara Gardner.
Okay.
She had been in the Rose of Tralee.
Last
year. She was last year's Mayo Rose.
Okay.
So they'll be playing football they'll be playing Gaelic football next week against Louth. Not sure how well they're going to do, but anyway, that's a whole other story. I'll be shouting for the weekend too. But she is so beautiful, and she told a similar story that the situation is different in Rose of Tralee now for young mums, and she was a young mum and she did so well, and she's so gorgeous, and she gave us a beautiful interview here on the Síle show and chatted about being a young mum going through the competition and the challenges, because you still have, as you say, a little baby to get organised. Just because you're in this big blingy and glitzy show and you need to do your best and you need to show up with all of your capacity on the stage, you still have left a little baby at home. So it's a very different discipline, but it's very doable. And I think, like you, she gave people permission out there that were watching that have children to consider it for the future. So I think it's a really important message in real time.
Absolutely, yeah. I had a tagline during my competition that growth has no age limit and dream has no deadline. So that's it. Being a mother, it doesn't mean that our dream has to be covered in a box.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. In fact, we bring more to the stage of life when we bring our lived experience as a mum as well, because there's so much involved in the growth and expansion of our little children under our guidance. As we change, as mums, we change with each of our different children. Every child is reared by a different parent.
Yeah, exactly.
No 3 children in a family have the same parents every time. Every time another wee child comes along, you're a different version of you, and so they get different parenting.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
What was your favourite part of the competition? It was 4 events, wasn't it? There was a swimwear, evening gown. What were the others?
Yeah, and boss, kind of like bossy, kind of around, like,
power dressing.
Power dressing,
Yes.
And and the opening.
The interview then as well, yes. So which was your favourite part?
So I won't be able to distinguish between them because every walk was different energy, and so every walk, my walk, I made sure that my walk is different from one round to the second round. I didn't want to how do I say, copy the same walk, if I say that way. And even though I coach a lot of girls, I coach to be a model, other girls, but I needed coach as well. I went to, and the first time when I participated in Miss Universe Ireland last year, I went to France to polish my walking, because I need someone to see that if I'm walking properly. If I coach someone, I would see that, okay, what is her need, what needs to be changed, and things like that. So I went to Paris to get best coach and best walking and best everything. So so every walk, the environment is different, and the stage is different, the people are different. So every time I walk, I feel like I'm walking into a totally different world. So
first time mentality every time.
Yeah, exactly.
Bringing the first time mindset to it. That's fantastic. And so I'm really interested. You train young girls to be models.
Yeah.
This is your own private business.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're inundated. Are you?
I do it, especially people when anyone want to reach out to me and say that, okay, I need your help, I need your coaching, then I do it. It's not like my full-time job, because as you can see that I don't promote myself that much about it. But yes, some girls reach out to me and ask for some advice or for coaching or things like that, and I'm happy and I'm glad to help them.
that's a fabulous
Yeah.
business. Well done, you. How entrepreneurial of you, on top of everything else. So can people find you on your website, or how can they?
On social media, yeah. People don't. I used to have a website. Now people don't go for a website anymore.
Oh, don't tell me that. I'm having one built at the moment. Stop. Sorry,
no, it depend on the demographic. Like, I'm talking about young girls.
Yes.
Like, some people likes to have a website and go for the website because that's also gives you clarification, like who you are and everything. Like, social media can it's an informal platform.
I'm joking with you. I am building a website, and I have engaged the company or the professional assistants of a young company, and they're fabulous, and I'm excited to do it because for me, like you, I have a finger in many pies, and it's time I pulled all of the iterations of me into one space.
Oh yeah, definitely.
To be clear for my clients.
Yeah, you need that.
Because to go from being an actor to a consultant psychotherapist and everything in between. I do corporate work as well. So it is important. Yes, it's very important.
Absolutely. Yeah, you definitely need it because we want one click and to see what you're doing and everything. So yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's also the authenticity piece
exactly.
for your clients, because sometimes people that are engaging with you for psychotherapy would really rather not know that you're an actor as well. It can feel a little bit insincere for them. So when they can see everything in one space, it gives them a little bit of clarity.
Definitely, absolutely.
I'm actually engaged with a lovely young company, 2 young men in their 20s, and talk about beginner's mindset. They really engaged me, I have to say, from the get-go, and I was looking far and wide to see which company I would align with, and I'm delighted I've gone with these young boys. So I'll have plenty of news about that on the Síle show when we bring everything to completion.
I can't wait for that. And speaking of the website, I used to have the website, and then when I started Top Model UK, I was a winner of the Top Model UK in 2021. After then, I started coaching and being in charge over there, and then I actually built up my website, and all of the girls, everyone was knocking on my DMs. And then, I found like no one is going to my website, so that's why I actually
closed it down.
Because
there is a cost, so it needs to be making a return for sure.
Exactly. So your serving purpose and my serving purpose was different. So
Yes, well, you'll be the first to hear. I'll keep you in the loop.
I can't wait.
Yeah, they're lovely young men, and I'm excited for them because my own 2 boys are the same age as these 2 young men, and I just feel so excited for them as I do for myself to be engaging with them. So plenty of that as time goes by.
Super.
So tell me then, you've suggested that even the coaches need a coach, even the gurus need a guru. And I know this in my own line of business as well. And I would very often align with, for want of a better word, I mean, this word gurus can be overused and quite abused. But the people who are leading and in leadership, and the winners, let's say, in your case, then still deciding that they need a little bit of help. So you can't see what's on the label when you're in the jar. You need somebody to watch you walking and interpret how you could maybe do it better. And then you have this business now in Ireland. Do you find that in terms of all of these different things that you do, and then you've got your little baby at home and your teenagers, do you find that it's really important to sometimes do nothing, Maksuda? How do you give yourself your downtime?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's where all these my work is a little bit freelancer kind of stuff. So I give myself time. I make sure that I give myself my time and to my family to have the quality time, to have a family time and for me time.
Yes.
And when I energize myself, then I can give energy to other people.
Yeah.
So that's, I believe so much, and I prefer quality rather than quantity. I'm not very big social media person. Otherwise, you would have been seen on my social media that I'm drinking water, taking picture, and putting story. I'm not that kind of person. I maintain the quality time, and I maintain the quality whatever I do. So that's important.
Yeah, do you mean that your social media involvement is very much structured and formal within your work? You're not doing the casual.
No.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah,
Yes.
and also I know that the whole world is going by value by the social media followers. That okay, you unfortunately that your value depend on the social media followers. Even though the world going on that way, I don't.
Yeah.
I literally detach myself from that social media followers. I do my stuff whenever I need to do, but I don't value or judge myself with the social media followers.
Oh, thank goodness, because I'm in that space myself as well. If that was the only metric, we probably wouldn't be in this space. Yeah, you know, it has changed in the last number of years. 5 years ago, if somebody so much as tilted their head to one side or showed you what they had for their breakfast, they got followers. That's not how it works anymore.
Yeah,
You can put
yeah.
some quality work up
Yeah.
on YouTube or Spotify, and people will watch, but they may not necessarily commit to the subscribing and the following and the
Yeah.
commenting and the sharing.
Yeah.
So the algorithm has changed.
Yeah.
But you can still see in the metric that people are watching.
You're
And they're
watching.
certainly watching the clips.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just hard sometimes to get people to commit and to follow you.
Yeah,
It's just it's a changing space.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, and also it's important that I believe that we don't actually drawn into that. Okay, who is watching me? Who is following me? Rather than you put yourself a quality piece of work onto the online platform.
I know, I agree with you. And I also think the vantage point from which you do anything gets you back an exact match for that in your life. So if you are hankering when you're in social media space, that translates.
Yeah.
People know that.
Yeah.
There's and it's not even in the tone of your voice. It's not even necessarily in your content. It's not even an absence of something in the tone of your voice or in your content. It's just an energy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And it translates.
Yeah.
So it's a very good idea not to measure yourself on the number of followers, rather to just show up
Yeah.
as the authentic person you are, and to just know like you know
Yeah.
that it's all going in the right direction.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
yeah.
of course, when you have authenticity and you have something really good to offer and something fabulous to bring to the space,
Yeah.
whoever is the sponsor, let's say, doesn't need you to have a following. Because if they have a following, you can piggyback that for them when you peddle their commodity.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody needs to be measured in the same way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
But,
exactly.
You bring
yeah.
your value and they bring theirs, and then together there's a beautiful collaboration.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, and then and also depend on what you want to serve to the online community or to your followers or to your audience. It's also depend on them actually. What is your why and what's your purpose to serve? So that's also depend on.
I love that. That speaks to the Viktor Frankl moment, when you know your why, your how gets easier. And on the subject of that, have you experienced all adaptive comments on social media, or have you experienced any adversity and challenge in social media?
A lot. Since I'm in public eye a lot as Sheila, when I became Miss Ireland 2014, so I became a very known person in Bangladesh. So why I became known person? Because I'm not as a traditional Bangladeshi women they picture. I'm totally out of their bubbles. I'm totally different. So then now I have to go through all the online bullying, social media bullying, all this stuff. And I understand that now their perspective to see the world and my perspective is totally changed. I can't change anything about it. So I had hard time, but I focused on what is my why. So that's where I was following it. Okay, I want to grow. I want to give back to Ireland. I want to do something for the community. That was my why, and I didn't actually follow what people are talking about me. And now after when I was participating in that competition, Miss Universe Ireland, then I I faced a lot of online bullying. The people who are people who are questioning some words, the tongue twisting, that my identity, that who you are not Irish. Why you are here, why you are doing why you're participating, even though I'm Irish citizen, but I'm not like in their how do you say, in their perspective I have to be white. Why I'm not white Irish, you're not Irish. But me, I see representation is not the skin color. I see representation is mean what value you're bringing, how you representing a country, what value you are bringing, what culture you're bringing, and what message you're bringing to the world. That's what I mean. And that's what I feel like. That's a representation, not that where you come from, what is your skin color, what is your religion, what's all of these are really it has no value if you don't value the culture, if you don't value the history of the country, if you don't value the people in the country. So,
well, again, I'm very sorry that you had to experience that. I can't speak on everybody's behalf, but I can speak on my own behalf, and I'm sure it will be echoed the country over, far and wide. Anybody who hears that's a very unfortunate situation and not grounded or founded or acceptable at all. So I'm really sorry that you experienced
not at all, Sheila. A lot of people. I'm here because a lot of Irish people supported me. A lot of Irish people have helped me to grow. So I focus on those people who helped me to learn, to grow, to and support me along the way. Those are my important people in my life. Even though a lot of people I'm not in touch, a lot of people I won't see them anymore, maybe, but those people are my lifeline.
Yes.
So this is a small amount of people who probably not feeling great in their life, and they probably express their frustration onto this typing.
Yes, I know, the keyboard warriors.
So
it says nothing about you and everything about them. You're right, indeed.
So that's a small percentage of Ireland. I don't. It hurt me, but I don't focus on those things at all. I remember that a lot of time when I came to Ireland, a lot of time I lost the road. That time we didn't have Google Maps or WhatsApp or anything, and a lot of time I lost on the road. And people, the Irish people, they used to bring my home to my home.
Yeah.
So those things.
The kindness, focusing on humankind.
Yeah. These are.
There's one race, it's the human race, and we all need to show up and appreciate each other. Your bounce back ability is phenomenal, and it's a pleasure to listen about it, because it certainly, as far as I'm concerned, is a lesson in the school of life for everybody. You experienced those adversities, but again, you allowed them to fuel your return as a stronger version of lovely you. And nothing has any meaning except the meaning that you give it. So that, again, there's a lovely hidden message, a lovely golden thread woven into your story that we can all take a lesson from.
So you are asking me any question?
No, I'm just appreciating the moment.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. No, I just want to make sure that am I missing something?
No, I'm just sitting in appreciation of your strength of character.
Thank you.
It's
thank
lovely.
You so
it's lovely
much.
to be in the energy of this.
Thank you.
Tell me, we spoke earlier about climbing into your observing self and taking a view of, we'll say you had that moment after your baby was born, and you needed to dial out to get some view of what was really going on so that you could begin to repair. And I was prompted at that point to segue into the other observing space that you get into quite regularly, and that is when you're flying a plane. How does somebody so beautiful, so busy, so achieved, and rearing a young family also manage to become a licensed pilot?
Well, thank you so much. Well, that's when I don't want to put myself into a box. I finished my study. I finished my college in business management, and I used to work in financial sector, Síle, and I was doing great. And then the recession hit, and the company closed down, and I wasn't getting any job into the financial sector at that time. Then I thought, like, okay, I'm going to change my career completely, and then I chose that, okay, what I'm gonna do, which industry will never gonna hit by recession, and then I chose, okay, I want to be a pilot. It wasn't like my childhood dream or things like that. And I got a redundant money when I lost my job, and I invested that to become a pilot, and that's how I started. Because I wanted that stage, my children were 2 and 3 years old, and I wanted to give them a better life. I wanted to give them a quality life, and that's where I invested myself to become a pilot.
How innovative and progressive of fabulous you. So where did you train?
I trained in a Western Airport in a National Flight School, and I had amazing flight instructor, amazing colleagues, and amazing people. That time I was like a totally new environment, totally new language for me. The aviation language is totally new. Everything is like wow. But I had 2 kids, 2 babies on my lap playing, and I was studying that time. I remember those days. But yeah, that's how I started. I mean, I thought like we need to reinventing ourselves, not to show the world, to show ourselves, a different version of ourselves.
For sure. The more we do, the more capacity we create. For sure. And again, that lovely message written very innocuously into that your children see this in you. And so it sets that up as the bar for them, which is wonderful.
I hope so.
It's amazing. So how long did it take you to train?
So it took me 2 years. So it's depend on the person to person. Some people finish by 18 months, and if we're blessed with the weather, we can finish by 2 years. Sometimes it might take a little bit longer. As you know, this is depending on the flights and flying and all this stuff. So yeah.
Because my youngest son is taking flying lessons in Weston.
Seriously?
Yes. Oh. Yeah. So he's actually going through his 2nd degree at the moment. He's a very industrious young man, and he's also taking his flying lessons. But like that, last year, just with the way the weather was, he was grounded for a while. But he's quite a gearhead, and he's very focused, and he will definitely go back. Yes.
Oh, that's nice to know. I will ask more questions after the show.
For sure. Oh, he's great. He loves it, and he's having a great experience with Weston as well.
Yeah. Their instructors are amazing. I mean, they're all amazing. And the time I started, I am talking about 13 years ago. And that time, oh my God, we are so busy. And I was so blessed to have the amazing flight instructors.
So when you got to your qualification, did you ever use it then as in your workplace? Did you ever fly commercially?
I didn't actually work with any airlines because as you know, I was a single mother, and I preferred to look after my kids, and my son needed extra care, so I needed that time.
Yeah. Yeah, but is it something then, so if it's quite a while ago since you've trained, is it something that you'd have to go back and do shortfalls on if you were going to use it?
I have to renew my license every couple of years, so I have to keep flying, and I'm not giving up. I'm still thinking that I'm gonna go for the commercial airline. Yeah.
Wow, isn't that just fantastic?
So yeah.
Is it so exhilarating when you're up there? Do you love it?
I love it. That's where I feel like freedom. I love every time the sky is different. Every time the wind is different. It's just amazing experience. I have learned. I achieved that, and I can't explain to you in a word. This is where a person feel like, okay, how we are so disciplined and how we can actually apply it to our life as well. You know, all these experience. Oh, amazing.
No, I can really relate because I've recently started horse riding.
Okay.
And I'm in my 57th year of life and I've just started horse riding.
Wow.
And I am literally in love. I am in love.
Oh my God, that's what I wanted to do, Sheila. Oh my God,
But I want to fly as well, so we can swap lives. We'll get RTE to come in and do a show where they let us swap lives. We'll pull in the commonalities and then we'll do all the differences. So we have the media space in common, and I'll do the flying, you do the horse riding. Well, I'm only learning, but I am loving it, absolutely loving it.
Yeah.
And it's like you say, it's because it's increasing my capacity, changing my view of life. Now, because I'm dealing with animals, not planes, it's very...
It's also different language, Sheila. You have to understand that animal's language, even if they don't speak, right? So I absolutely... They speak in different eyes.
Maksuda, I have never experienced anything as immersive as this is
absolutely,
taking me to. It's just a depth I didn't know I had. And as a youngster, I loved Black Beauty. And when I get up, they started me on a cob, so a big old horse, and he's quite sedentary, and it was a safe place for me to start. And within a couple of lessons, I was able to go up the mountains. I was blessed, and they've given me other horses since then. And I have an amazing instructor. I'm having an absolutely fabulous time. I've also done dressage, and I've only just started. So it brings me back then to that lovely public-facing space that I like so much, because like you, I love the camera. And, dressage is so glamorous.
I love to do that. Oh my God. That's what I never did it before, and I love to do it, and I'll do it. She's like, next time we're gonna sit here and we're gonna talk about the same thing.
Well, listen, I'll bring you up. I'm working with Carlingford Equestrian Centre, and it's fabulous. So if you ever get a chance to come to the Northeast, let me know, and I'll take you out there. We'll go on a hack. They're fabulous.
I would love to.
Fabulous.
Okay.
Yeah,
amazing.
So like you talking about the flying experience, because it's so new and it's so exhilarating, and it engages parts of your brain, the software that might never waken up to this if you didn't plug in a need for it. And then I believe when you increase that capacity in that very focused space, I believe it gives you capacity in a more generic way in your life.
Exactly. That's what I was saying, that I apply that ability, that adaptability into my life as well. Because it's not that as a pilot, when we are up there, we don't wait for the perfect condition. We just adapt with the condition. So that's our life is. We don't wait for the perfect scene for the life. We adapt with it. We change our settings.
Yeah.
For that, So flying has taught me a lot of discipline
and life lessons.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, the discipline that you speak of is translatable into life lessons. I can really see that.
Yeah.
I can really see that.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense. And again, I think when people hear this story, I hope at least that it will give them the encouragement and the motivation to go and eke out and seek out new ways of doing things in their life as well, and then taking the life lessons back into the places and spaces maybe that they haven't excelled.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say that, sometimes we get afraid of what happened, what if that kind of that kind of questions, and what if it doesn't work, but and then we regret our rest of the life. I didn't want that. I wanted to try. I rather want to try it rather than regret.
Indeed, it's that lovely old adage, but what if I fail? But what if you fly? Yeah, literally. And are your children excited about this for you? Would they like to fly, or what would they like to do? What are your teens thinking of doing?
So I brought my when my son was 12 years old, and I brought him to fly with me, and as his birthday gift, and he loved it. And then next day I said, "Do you want to go fly again with me?" No. And then my daughter is saying that, "No, I don't want to go with you. It's a small plane where I'm gonna go to toilet and stuff like that." So their mind is still in
the comfort of home.
Yeah. So my daughter actually wants to. She wants to do flying. Yeah, my daughter. She's more. She thinks. She thinks that whatever my mom is doing, it's very challenging, and I wanted to be like my mom, which is great to hear. So yeah,
it's the greatest compliment, isn't it?
Oh,
Children are the quickest way to our hearts.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Sorry,
you have a hair. Did you get it? So when you do then your competitions and you rock up looking absolutely gorgeous at the race days and at all of the other events, is this part of your work? Is there who's representing you, or how do you get these gigs, or how do you earn from these gigs? How does this serve you in your life, other than just being a lovely day out and you're just eye candy for all of us to watch?
And I'm a freelancer, and most of the time the designers, they want to work with me, and I absolutely, I love to be part of Irish culture and Irish festivals and all these places, and I put myself forward. First thing first, that you want to put yourself first. You need to enjoy that first, and then the rest of things will gonna follow. And
so is it sponsorship, Maksuda? Is that how that works? Do you get sponsorship then after you do it?
After you? No, before.
Before, yes.
Yeah. So the designers, they do amazing stuff for me, and I'm so grateful that they believe in me. They put that trust in me, and I so that I give my best to portray their design.
And you do. I have watched you in crowds, and not another face can be seen but your beautiful face.
Oh my God, that's
really mean
high
this.
praise.
Well, I just not, and this is not lip service. I have literally watched you so many times.
Oh my God.
And in amongst a crowd where you're not necessarily the tallest, your face is the face that's beaming out, because but it is that inside out beauty, for sure. It's an energy, and it's exuding beauty from the inside.
I'm so grateful.
Yeah,
I
really mean it.
So grateful.
I really mean it. That's not lip service because we're front facing. This is very real.
Thank you very much. You made my day, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for those words. It's mean a lot to me. It's really mean a lot to me.
It's I tell you, the words roll off my tongue because they're real and they're as authentic as you are.
You are making me emotional.
And I'm so delighted for you that the designers see you and value you. And it's, again, as I say, to hear that you have experienced any adversity in social media space or otherwise, whether digital or in person.
No, I never face in person. No, I always feel welcomed. I always feel like I'm part of them. The online, as you said, they're frustrated. They're frustrated by their life. So, So, but I'm so
there's a jealousy. Maya Angelou, and of course I'll butcher this now, but Maya Angelou, who's one of my favourite poets, spoke of jealousy, and she said that, for example, jealousy in a relationship. So she would be speaking romantic relationship, I think, if I'm pulling from this quote correctly now. But she would speak of jealousy as being a little bit like salt on a meal. A small amount of it is nice and can make the meal more tasty. A little bit too much could be quite unhealthy, and too much altogether could kill you.
Yeah.
So I'm not suggesting that anything awful would happen to these people who are drinking poison and expecting somebody else to die. But when they throw these balls of fire, they're really putting themselves in danger, not you. If you have the capacity to turn your centre away from their bad energy, it won't harm you.
Yeah, exactly.
And it will just keep them burning in their own,
Exactly.
distaste of self.
Yeah. That's it.
Sometimes people see people succeeding, and because they can't do it themselves, they like to bring them down. They extinguish somebody else's flame and think that it might make their own shine brighter.
Yeah.
Not the case.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. You give the word perfectly. So yeah.
Tell me this: do you go home at all? Do you go back to Bangladesh? Is Mammy still with us?
No.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that.
My mom died after a few years. I came in Ireland, and I have my own sister living in Bangladesh and half brothers, so I go time to time to see them sometimes. Yeah.
And would they ever come and visit you here?
No.
Not really.
No,
It's quite a distance, and
it's not the distance only. It's the hassle of getting the visa, because in Bangladesh there's no Irish embassy, so they have to go to different country to get the visa. So in order to get the different country, they have to get that country visa as well. So it's kind of like it's a very hassle for them. Mm-hmm. So is that and that part never worked. So yeah.
do you feel sad at that? Do you feel a lack of connection to family?
I used to when my mom was alive. I always really regret that my mom couldn't come here to see me, and also when my mom died and I couldn't go to her funeral because my exam was on that time, and my final exam. I have only one exam left from the final year, and when I got the phone call that my mom passed away, so I had only one choice, that I leave the exam and go to her funeral, or I fulfill her dream that she wanted me to finish my study, finish my college, finish my exam properly. So I thought like my mom would be happy if I finish my exam. Mm-hmm. And I sat down the exam while my mom's funeral was on.
Oh, that was so hard for you.
And in Bangladesh, they don't keep the body for a few days. They just they finish the funeral within 24 hours, and yeah.
So that was such a tight turnaround. It was quite a logistical nightmare to even consider trying to get over there for that. And also, I'm not going to tell you your business on that very sensitive note, but I think listening to you, I think the choice that you made was probably quite a spiritual one. I think you had gleaned from what your mum had done for you, which was so
my mom had to
when you were younger.
Yeah, my mom had to sacrifice a lot for my study, for sending me away. It's very expensive for Bangladesh, for my family as well, because it's very, as an international student, it's very expensive here, the tuition fees and everything. So my mom had to sacrifice a lot to pay my tuition fees. So my first priority was my study, and whatever she wanted me to complete, I always focus on that first. So, and
to honor her and dedicate it to her was such a lovely thing to do.
Yeah. So then I chose to sit down an exam.
Wow, that was very tough, and I'm again very sorry that you've been through that. But again, you seem to have come out. Yeah, yes, you're amazing. You've had so many chapters. You've lived so many lives. I
have lived many lives. Yeah, and those life experiences taught me how to be compassionate, and how to be kind to people, because we never know that what the other person is going through.
That's so true. That is so true. It feels like the perfect note. I don't want to stop chatting with you, but if I have to, that feels like a perfect note upon which to bring this to a gentle close. Just suffice to say that I've had the best time meeting you. You are more beautiful in real life than you are
Thank you so much.
in the pictures and online. And your personality and your inside beauty goes before you. And thank you so much for sharing that with us on the Síle Show today.
Thank you so much for giving me opportunity to share with you, for inviting me in your show. I'm really honored to be here, and thank you so much.
Thank you. May time expand for you. And there you have it. What a beautiful reminder that a life isn't defined by a single chapter, a single role, or a single opinion. Today's conversation wasn't really about modelling, film festivals, fashion, aviation, or even motherhood. Those are chapters for sure, but the deeper story here today was about identity. Because every one of us carries multiple identities. Some are inherited, some are assigned, some are imposed by culture, family, circumstance, or even public opinion. And then there are the identities that we consciously choose for ourselves. Psychology research consistently suggests that flourishing comes from our capacity to adapt, to grow, to weave new experience into a coherent sense of self, not from clinging to a single identity. Maksuda's story reminds us that reinvention isn't an act of becoming someone else. It's an act of becoming more completely ourselves. She reminded us that resilience isn't the absence of criticism. It's the refusal to let criticism become our identity. That motherhood and ambition need not exist in opposition. That representing where you've come from can sit beautifully alongside embracing where you now belong. And perhaps most importantly, that dreams don't disappear with age. Sometimes they simply wait for us to become the person capable of carrying them. And so, dear listeners, your task for this week is simply to take 20 uninterrupted minutes with a notebook. Draw 2 columns. In the first, write the heading, "The identities I've been given." Take your time with this. Underneath, write every label you've ever carried: daughter, son, parent, partner, employee, caregiver, the clever one, the difficult one, the quiet one, the successful one, the failure, the immigrant, the leader. Whatever has found its way into your story. Then, in the second column, write the identities I am choosing. Not the ones others expect of you, not the ones you've outgrown but continue to carry, rather the ones that feel deeply, authentically yours. And finally, very importantly, ask yourself one simple question. What would I do this week if I genuinely believed that I was allowed to become this person? Sometimes the greatest act of courage isn't changing our circumstances. It's giving ourselves permission to outgrow an old identity. Maya Angelou, one of my favourite poets, captures this metamorphosis of becoming quite perfectly. We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. And so it is.